Thank you, Heather. And thanks for everyone being here. Siberian. On the day they killed the last caribou, I was in love. And I did not know caribou or cities or the needs of either. I did not know Scylla and did not know a new love would be hired as remembering. This new love and I, we drove once between cities of snow. And through the trees, I could see a herd moving, matching us, pulling away. If you thought the river blessed you, say the river forks. Never the same river twice, never true, but forgetting as it goes. Now it shrugs dull afternoons, now talks without listening. Has it ever hesitated? It doesn't cut because it wants to. Let what runs wide run and decide nothing. It does not, if it does, love any less. Yesterday, the girl with the sad half-moon mouth said the North Pole could be anywhere. All of January came and went, and I did not go with it. I stayed here. There's something I figured out about the dark. Because when she said the North Pole could be anywhere, I somehow understood that. And because all of January came and went, and I did not go anywhere with it. Now, in the dark, my sentences offer only half of themselves. I fear I taught them this. I fear I could be anywhere too, but here is almost convincing. I have stayed very still to listen to it. I am so still now, you could almost be coming through the door and have just laid your keys on the counter. You could almost have just tried to move something heavy and made that one sound when it wouldn't budge. I can't remember enough sounds, the little ones that get you from room to room. Never is most of the sound I hear now, all around the pieces of your voice, which I try to gather about me and smooth again like a skirt, a sky to memorize. Never is such dark water, and the words little boats, the children in them scooping out the water with their buckets. It's meant a great deal to have my poems appear in Alaska Quarterly Review. So I appreciate that very much. This is the first poem that appeared in the journal. Help. When I got there, it was mostly over. The ballooner leaning hard against the green dusk of the field. Reining in like a great steed, this bright cloud whipping into collapse. I watched it calm and lose its breath. It was hard not to think of an accident. The basket tipped on its side. A quiet dirt road, one lane, and remote. The sun had done its skimming. Exhausted, once again, its lovely argument. The contours of the lake lost to cloud. My neighbors upstairs have been making love all evening. Even for sex, it's an unusual number of footsteps. His, then hers. What sound like purposeful trips across the room. As if in the midst of ecstasy, they are also managing a small kitchen fire. I love it in the morning, the sound of her above me, rushing around in her heels. She is so young, she does not want to be late. Lucky. The burglar did not take your cat. Thank God. Not a lonely guy, I guess. Not someone concerned with extending his life expectancy. Though that doesn't sound like most intruders, you know. Chances are he already has a cat. Maybe almost everything. Maybe the two of them share quality time during the day before he leaves on a job. They may go for long country drives in someone else's car or enjoy casual strolls through town, appreciating the details of alleyways, windows. Evening comes, the light dwindles. They might sit close, watching Jeopardy, testing themselves with the final question, which is something, now that you think about it, you and your cat have never done. And it's too bad, really, because you could use someone to be still and quiet with on the couch after work. This next poem is titled after the town in Wales, Tenby. Because there are people here precisely, and because they stand up to particular waves, and sand bites as part of a larger relentlessness of wind. Because children pluck shells for cradled buckets, and mothers dip toddlers' feet to the tide. Because later only gulls stamp their anxious hungers. I may believe in it. I fill one sock with certain stones in case it exists. and in case it doesn't. Banquet. The morning after was like a carnival's wake. The streets quiet and dusty, everywhere almost one color, a shoulder, stars, if there had been stars, partial. But there were cranes eating, carefully picking their way through dying grass down by the sea. They surrounded and slowly began to approach, as if innocent, the extended hands of a small cabin's Madonna. It was all true. Enough sun and air, enough water, enough blue. The land was bouqueted, umbels of umbels. When the bride was full at breakfast, I ate what was left of her soup. Thank you.